mistakes.
The story begins in a foggy, bleak medieval world, grim, stained, and filled with shadows. The story opens on Gawain waking up in a brothel beside a woman named Essel, a prostitute with whom he has an affectionate, if socially compromised, relationship. Gawain is the nephew of King Arthur, but he is not yet a knight. He is a wayward youth, indulgent in pleasure, untested in battle or virtue. His mother, Morgan Le Fay, a powerful sorceress, watches him from afar with quiet intensity. She appears to have an agenda of her own. On Christmas Day, Gawain joins the Round Table for a festive celebration. The aging King Arthur, frail but dignified, invites his nephew to sit beside him. As he delivers a weary speech, a deep tension and reverence linger in the room. Suddenly, the grand hall is interrupted by the arrival of the titular Green Knight, a towering, eerie, tree-like figure, more elemental force than man. The Green Knight carries a massive axe and presents a game. Any knight may strike him a blow, but in exactly 1 year, the Green Knight will return the blow in kind. Gawain, eager to prove himself, volunteers. When the knight kneels, Gawain impulsively beheads him, only for the knight to rise, pick up his head, and remind Gawain to meet him at the Green Chapel in 1 year's time. The entire hall is stunned, and so begins Gawain's path toward destiny, or perhaps doom. A year passes, and Gawain has become a figure of myth. Tales of his valor spread, but he has not yet fulfilled the terms of the game. The weight of obligation and the inevitability of his fate loom large. On All Saints' Day, he is ceremoniously armed and armored for his journey to the Green Chapel. He receives tokens from Arthur, the sword Excalibur, from Essel, a bell, and from his mother, a green sash infused with magical protection, which she claims will prevent him from being harmed. The sash is central to the film's themes. It is both comfort and cowardice, a symbol of human desire to cheat death. Gawain sets out, alone, across a vast, desolate, mythic landscape that reflects both the outer world and his inner turmoil. His journey becomes a series of trials, both physical and moral, spiritual and surreal. As he travels, Gawain is waylaid by a young scavenger, who tricks and robs him. The scene is brutal and humiliating. Gawain is left tied up in the forest, his horse stolen, his possessions gone. In a haunting 360-degree camera pan, we glimpse a possible future Gawain dead and rotting on the forest floor. But Gawain does not die. He frees himself, symbolically rejecting this fate for now, and continues onward, dirted, shaken, and less proud than before. Gawain comes across a remote cottage where he meets the ghost of Saint Winifred. She asks him to retrieve her severed head from a spring. When he asks what he will receive in return, she replies, "Why would you ask me that?" This is an important moment in Gawain's arc. He is confronted with the idea that true honor requires selfless action. He does as she asks, retrieving her head and returning it to her body, at which point she vanishes. The axe he lost earlier is mysteriously returned to him. The encounter blurs the line between reality and vision, and it subtly reshapes his moral compass. He has done something good without expectation of reward. As Gawain travels deeper into the wilderness, he acquires a strange, intelligent fox companion who begins to guide and protect him. This fox is an ambiguous figure, part animal, part spiritual familiar, perhaps even a manifestation of Morgan Le Fay's magic. At one point, Gawain encounters a procession of naked, mountain-sized giants walking across a vast plain. He calls out for help, asking to ride on one shoulder. The fox warns him against this, and the giant ultimately ignores him. This surreal scene underscores Gawain's smallness in the cosmic scale of the universe. The giants, ancient and remote, may represent timeless natural forces or perhaps lost innocence. The film continues to refuse easy interpretations. Eventually, Gawain stumbles upon a mysterious castle in the middle of a misty forest. He is welcomed by a jovial lord and his enigmatic lady. Their manner is luxurious and surreal, filled with cryptic whispers, visual illusions, and an unspoken tension. The lord proposes a new game. He will go hunting each day, and whatever he catches, he will give to Gawain, if Gawain promises to give him whatever he gains during the day in return. Each day, the lady attempts to seduce Gawain. On the third day, she gives him a green sash, identical to the one his mother gave him, claiming it will protect him from harm. Gawain gives the lord 3 kisses, but he does not give him the sash. His failure here is critical. He clings to the sash out of fear of death, thus compromising his honor. The fox, now speaking in a human voice, pleads with him to abandon his quest, saying that no one would blame him for living. Gawain refuses, determined to finish what he started. Gawain finally reaches the Green Chapel, a mossy, ruined church in the middle of a river. He arrives on Christmas morning. The Green Knight sits there, motionless like a tree, awaiting the blow. Gawain kneels, and the knight raises his axe, but Gawain flinches. Twice, he flinches and begs for more time. The third time, he pulls away and flees, running all the way back to Camelot. Here, the film enters a long vision of what might have been. Gawain returns a hero. He becomes king, marries a noble woman, casts aside Essel and his child, leads the kingdom into war, and ultimately dies alone, hated and hollow. As he lies dying, he removes the green sash and his head falls from his shoulders. Suddenly, the vision ends. We are back at the Green Chapel. Gawain has not run. He removes the sash, faces the Green Knight without protection, and says, "Now I'm ready." The Green Knight kneels before him and gently touches his cheek with the axe. "Well done, my brave knight. Now off with your head."